Unorthodox.
Going on, my friends? Back again with another video. Today I'm going to be showing you guys a little bit about my editing workflow on projects, specifically music videos, although you can use some of the things that I do and some of the tips that you pick up from this video on any kind of project that you guys are working on. Always, if you guys are new here, subscribe, join the community if you want more content like this, music videos, tutorials, travel videos, a bunch of awesome cool stuff. I also want to mention that the purpose of this video and the purpose of all my videos isn't to show you the exact way that you should be doing something. It's always just to show you the way that I like to do something. Hopefully you guys can pick up some useful information to apply it to the way you do stuff. So everyone's going to do something a little bit different. Everyone's going to have personal preferences for what they do. I just want to give you guys some really solid tips on ways that you can improve your editing process faster and more organized and just have a better end result as a whole. Anyways, let's go ahead and start this tutorial. It's going to be pretty straightforward. So step one, what I always do is I create a folder with my project, as you see right here. I keep everything inside that folder so that I don't have to be going around my computer looking for different spots where all the files are. Put everything you're going to use within this folder, all your clips, all the audio, stuff like that. I'm going to go ahead and take these performance scenes, drag them into my timeline, and then what I'm going to do is just drag them and just place them in layers above each other just like this. And I'm just doing this to set it up so that I can sync all the clips, and then I'm going to move into the B-roll and labeling the B-roll. So let's go ahead and just drag in our actual song, the actual audio right here. We'll put that in here, and we'll put that in audio layer 1. Just like that. Now all you need to do to sync your audio, select all of them, right click, go ahead and click synchronize just like that, and then select whatever audio you want to sync. So track channel 1, go ahead and click OK. Computer's going to do all the work for you. Okay, so we have our clips all synced. You can mute all the camera audio and see if it matches, and see if the video matches with our original song right here. So I'll play it. Okay, so it's synced up with his mouth, which is super easy, super useful that we can synchronize just using that little feature within Premiere. So now we're good. We've got all our performance scenes set and ready. And this is something that is optional that you can do. If you want, before you do any of this, you can go and just name all the clips just so you keep them in order. Usually just to keep time going quickly, and because I memorize whatever the clip looks like just to what it is. I don't name the clips, but it's definitely something that's going to help you, because my best advice is the more organizing you do at the beginning and the more you structure the way you're going to set this up, although it's long at the beginning, it's going to save you so much time going forward. Next, what I like to do is bring in my B-roll clips. So I'll just use these clips as an example. We'll bring them in here. And then what I like to do just to keep this more organized is I'll right click on my clip, I'll go to label, and I'll just select a color. And usually I pick mango because it's pretty easy to notice that in the timeline. And I'll just mark all of my B-roll with that label, just so that I know it's B-roll, and whenever I want to plug it into my sequence, I can just take my orange clip and just plug it in. Now what I like to do is take all my performance scenes, move them up a few layers, because most of the time what I'm going to be doing is overlaying clips, using a bunch of video layers, and I like to have my main sequence separate from the performance. So I'll go ahead and just hide those layers just like this. And now I can start thinking about what I want this video to become and applying my idea to the actual edit. Another huge tip that I recommend you guys use to write scripts for all of your videos using notes. So for this riff rap video right here, as you see, I just have some general ideas. I have kind of a basic idea of what I want it to look like, and sometimes it's very true to the script. Sometimes I completely go off and do some new stuff. Basically, anytime you have your idea, I just write it down in my note and I try and base it off my idea so that I can have a clear vision of what I really want and I don't forget. I also have a shot list here, starting with my title scene and then going through, and I'll show you how I kind of put this together, and then I'll show you the final product and how well it really matches to my script. So my first shot I have here is the title scene. I ended up using this B-roll clip here, which I couldn't find on my computer, but that was one of the B-roll that I had provided to me. As you can see, I just added the title, added the name. I was kind of going for like a Kill Bill kind of vibe. I'm not going to go through and re-edit this entire music video. I just want to give you my basic thought processing of what I did. So like I said, I took all my B-roll clips, applied them to the beginning that I wanted, applied the title. So I'll make up a little mock example of what I did. So I dragged over some B-roll, which was the eye. Then what I did was I created a new layer for the text, placed it with the names, and this part's super important because the entrance is going to set the entire tone for the entire video. So make sure you take your time, use that tip I gave you about writing the script, really try and create the edit within your head before you actually do the work. Now if you see right here what I did next in the video, applied a little transition and then I worked through something that I did in After Effects. So I'm going to show you how you can do that. So anytime I want to do something in After Effects, put it in my timeline in Premiere, I either do one of two things. I either right click my clip and I click replace with After Effects composition. Now that's only if I want to apply After Effects onto that specific clip. If you want to work in After Effects on a clean plate, like for example, I completely built this tunnel effect from scratch using Tau, I'm pretty sure. Since I didn't have a base plate to work off and I wanted to build that just off scratch, this is what I do. So I'll go ahead over to my project bin, click new item right here in the bottom right, this little page next to the folders, and I'm going to click transparent video, and I'll go ahead and click OK. I'll drag that transparent video over into my timeline, and I'll just drag it out to a good amount. Make sure you always add more onto this than less, because if you add less, you're gonna have to remake a transparent video. So just add in more, and then you can cut off the points that you don't use. I'm gonna right click on that, and I'm just gonna click replace with After Effects composition. So now that I'm in After Effects, what I do is just delete the transparent video, and now I can really create anything from scratch that I want. So I can add any green screen clips, I can recreate that tunnel scene like I did. If you want full tutorials on that, let me know in the comment section below. I really wanna do a full breakdown on that music video once it comes out. For example, I could click new, solid, and then I could apply my element 3D effect onto there if I want to add any 3D elements. More tutorials on that all over my channel if you're interested in that. And then you can bring in anything you want. For example, a building or a clock, because I did use a lot of buildings in that. Go ahead and click OK. So we just have a simple After Effects element, and like I said, does have a transparent background, which is super useful. I'll click File, Save, go back into Premiere. And now we have what I did in After Effects in Premiere. And if I wanted to, since like I said, I use that transparent video technique, I could place something under that clip and then have my 3D objects within my Premiere timeline, just as if I was dragging it into the Premiere timeline itself. So that's a really simple way you can use the dynamic link and apply After Effects into Premiere. Super useful. I recommend that you guys do use that. Okay, so now that we've done that, we set up the intro, we applied After Effects in there, created something creative based off the script that I did write. What I'm gonna talk about now is using the performance scenes. Here's the first performance scene I have, and it's mixed together with this little clip that I created in Element 3D. Let me talk about how I mix in my performance scenes. So say I want to switch to my performance scene. What I would do is I would go to the place where I want to switch it in, and then I would select which performance scene I'd like to use. So I'll just unhide this layer, see what it looks like, maybe play it through like that, and then I'll do the same for the other one. So I'll hide this layer, and I'll just go back and choose the best performance out of that spot. So obviously those bottom two, he wasn't really doing anything. This first one is where he's really performing. So what I would do, just make sure it's lined up to where I want to put it. Go through, Control K to make a cut, and then I would go through for however long I want to use this clip, usually around like 5 to 6 seconds. I Control K that, and then I just bring that clip down into my video layer 1. Then I'll go back and make sure you hide that top video layer that has the full performance scene. So here's what it looks like. Playing through, we've just got our After Effects stuff for our intro, and then I want to switch my performance scene, and then it switches back. So that's how I switch in between. Now all you need to do is just repeat that, go through and make a mix of things you make yourself and scenes you set up yourself in Premiere or After Effects, mix in your performance scenes, mix in your B-roll clips, which you could always pull from right here at the very end of the timeline, and then do your best to add all the effects that you guys learn. If you need some new effects, check out my channel, make sure you guys subscribe. And when I say mix it all together, here's just a good example of that. So I'm mixing together a scene I completely created together in After Effects. Like I said, let me know in the comments if you want a full breakdown of this in the future, as well as I overlaid my performance scene and I changed the opacity, and then I just added some little overlays of these embers. So just to wrap it up, I'll give you a quick little breakdown, a quick little example of what I did there. If you do want to apply that overlay and mixing together your clips, say we have our B-roll clip here, and I want to put my performance scene over that. What I did was place it over like this, click on it, and I go to my effect controls. I'm going to go to my opacity, and I just change my opacity so that it's kind of blending over like this. You can always place an overlay clip, like some sort of green screen clip. So a huge key little thing which I do as I go along, just to make the effect more accurate and more realistic, I'll add sound effects as I go. So I'll unmute an audio layer down here, and I'll use that as my sound effect layer. And as always, if you guys need any overlays or green screen clips, I have a bunch of free packs on my website available for download, and just like that. So that's my basic workflow. Just apply those steps and just do that over and over. If I want to add in another performance scene, like I said, I just take it from one of these video layers. Biggest tips that I want you to take away from this video that I think are actually going to help you and you can apply no matter what method you use to create videos. One huge thing that helped me a lot is making scripts. Making scripts is just going to keep everything aligned for you. It's just going to give you, like I said, that clear vision of what you want created. The second main thing I really want you to take away that can help you no matter how you make videos is organization is super key. So my method probably isn't even the most organized, but I do try and keep it as organized as possible. If you want, like I said, you can rename the clips. But anyways, guys, that's how I do things. Hope this video helped you. If you did enjoy, please leave a like. Helps to grow this channel a huge amount. If you're new here, if you want more information on this, music videos, tutorials, travel videos, a bunch of awesome cool stuff, hit that subscribe button, join the community. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys later.